Good morning, Eamon. How are you?
Good morning, Neven. Welcome to Malahide.
I'm starting my seafood trails today in Malahide, County Dublin, with a fishing trip. The plan was to try to catch some flatfish, something I haven't tried before. But the weather changed and we went fishing for mackerel instead.
How deep is it here?
About 30 feet. We're on a sandbank here, the stretching from Lambay. It goes most of the way over towards Port Ran.
And see, on your trip, do you bring people out to Lambay Island?
We go around the island.
Yeah.
The cliffs are about 300 foot high. An awful lot of bird life on it. You see the deer and the wallabies. There's a couple of fish now, Neven.
Hey, good on you. Lovely.
They're mackerel.
Oh, they're as lively.
Keep fishing, Neven, keep fishing. We often cook them on the barbecue here.
Do you like mackerel?
I do, yeah. It's an oily fish. It's very healthy, you know.
It is, isn't it?
They say it's good for the hair, but I don't know.
And what other fish now do you catch when you're out on your tour?
Well, with this type of fishing, you know, it's for kids and that. They want to catch. They want results. They want to catch mackerel. They want to catch pollock or kid catching their first fish, and it's building memories, isn't it? Kind of. Yeah. And then we throw the fish on the barbecue, and they eat the fish. And kids are eating fish that never eat fish before.
How many would you bring out in the boat? Like how many at a time?
It's licensed for 12, but 12 fishing is a bit much. 8 is probably enough to be fishing. Otherwise, you're getting tangles. People getting tangled up themselves, and 8 is probably the ideal number.
Well, hey!
Well done, Neven. Here, give it to me.
There we go. That's a nice size
Well done. Yeah, it's a nice fish.
I'm on a roll now. What would be your favourite fish to eat, Eamon?
Monkfish. That's probably my favourite at the moment. Hake and chorizo.
Yum.
Glaze. I have some fish in the box here. I'd like to go back to the marina and maybe stick on the barbecue.
Perfect. That was great fun.
Neven, conditions weren't great for us today. We couldn't really do what we call bottom fishing, which is a different type of fishing. We've used mackerel as bait. This is a fish we got from yesterday. It's a monkfish. It's a fabulous fish. It used to be passed off as scampi and it was discarded back in the day.
Is it a different way of catching this now? When you say bottom fishing, explain that to me.
Yeah, it's bottom fishing. You'd use mackerel as bait. You'd use heavier weights. You'd sit at anchor. You'd be using the tide, the slack of the tide, especially the low tide. You'd fish, you know, the hour into the low tide and the hour out of it. That's when you'd be expecting to find good fish.
And you're going to show me a masterclass in
what I do is I make kebab skewers. I'm just taking the tail off it. So there's bone there. The knife should go through the bone. I might have to use a bigger knife, but no, we're through. So I'm just going to put this over here. So you can see there's a skin here that comes off fairly easy. You'd serve a lot of this fish in the restaurant.
Oh yeah, it's one of my favourite fish.
There's only one bone. That is the beauty of it. So you can see there. It's easy to just cut along the bone there.
You're working the knife away from yourself.
And putting the pressure, downward pressure on the bone there, because you can see there's a small bit of fish wasted there, but very little.
You could use that for fish stock or whatever, couldn't you?
You could, yeah.
Yeah,
no, it'd be
see, waste nothing.
So I was going to do a couple of kebabs with that. I'm going to give you a knife, and if you can chop the chorizo and the peppers.
The combination of the smoky sausage and the monkfish will work really well.
Will, yeah.
And you're cutting into bite-sized pieces.
Like I said, we're going to put them on a skewer. At home, we'd normally have a bit of marinade that we'd put on this. Olive oil, vinegar, garlic, some herbs, some bay leaf. And let it sit there overnight kind of thing.
To infuse.
And then obviously that needs to sit on the fish for at least 20 minutes, even an hour at least, you know. So.
You love cooking it too, don't you? Like you have a great setup here on board. And did you soak those in the bucket?
The skewers in the bucket there, just to try and stop them burning too much. There's a bit of colour there as well, with the red and the green and the orange. Very good. It's 3 enough for us.
Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, you go.
Perfect.
I'm going to throw them on the barbecue here.
So how long will they take to cook now?
I'd say 3 minutes there, and then we turn them. I think we might cook a bit of it, monkfish just to the side without the skewers.
Beautiful.
You need half our fingers.
It's actually a great fish for a barbecue, isn't it?
It stays together, it doesn't fall apart. Neven, I think they're done.
They look so good, so colourful.
Yeah, they're fresh. You can't get better than that.
Isn't that fantastic?
There you go.
Gee, you're spoiling me.
Well, you've never been spoiled before, have you? No?
Many times.
Anyway, it's been a pleasure having you here today, Neven, and thank you very much. I've really enjoyed the experience.
I've loved it. Going out with you, fishing, caught a few mackerel. You know, not alone can you fish, you can cook too. That was delicious.
Just need a nice rioja now.